We got something for the kids and maybe some of the big adults too. And this is very fitting for a birthday, so I think let's get straight into it. This is a journey that you're going to absolutely love. It's going to awaken the taste buds. Let's enter the world of Froot Loops and Coco Pops magic. Now, this is where breakfast cereal transforms into bite-sized wonders of delight. Now, these colorful treats sprinkled with childhood memories and a dash of sweetness will transport you to a whimsical dessert paradise. So I'm going to bring in Zoe here to help me with this one because we got some work to do, lady. You ready for this?
We do, and I'm so excited because, I mean, look, cake pops are delicious, but they're quite tricky to make at times.
They are, because I think there's like so many steps involved in it. I remember like being a kid trying something slightly similar to this, probably not as bougie, but wow, it was fun. There was color. There were lots of ingredients. So let's dive straight into this. And Mzansi, you definitely want to pay attention to this because we've got a few steps going through. And we're essentially making 2 cakes out of this, right?
We are going to make 2 cakes. So I've got a little bit of butter here. Obviously, it's best to cream it a little bit. So I'm just going to soften it up with this. But we want to mix our dry ingredients and our wet ingredients separately. Nice. So I've got some flour. We've got some crushed Froot Loops. I mean, we're adding that for a pop of color and some crunch to our recipe. I've got a bit of baking powder as well as some bicarb. And those are my dry ingredients that I'm just going to give it a good...
So you'll mix that up. And we'll talk about the Froot Loops while we're at it because this is like a family favorite. I don't know, a lot of us remember this one as a kid. Froot Loops are multigrain. They're fruit-flavored cereal, loops of corn, wheat, and oats with no artificial colorants or flavors. And it's a source of 8 vitamins and iron. Yeah, so it's not just this beautiful, colorful thing you look at. It also has some nutritional value too. Zoe, you still busy with your side over there? You've done the dry, you're onto the wet now, right?
So I'm going to move over to the wet. I'm just trying to soften up the butter a little bit, and then we're just going to get mixing. So I'm adding a bit of milk, some vanilla essence, as well as my egg, and then we'll also cream our sugar into the butter.
Okay, nice stuff. So let's, for the sake of making sure that everyone's on the same page, let's go over to my step 1 as well. You've mixed your dry and wet ingredients together. I'm going to do the same on my side now and show you how simple that is with my variety of the sort of chocolate cakey type of a thing. We're using the Coco Pops here. Let me talk to you about Coco Pops because it's also a multigrain cereal. It's a source of 9 essential vitamins, iron, and multi-grains of rice, corn, and wheat. Now, this all helps support your child's growth and development. And again, it doesn't have any artificial colorants or flavoring. So straight into it, we've got some flour. We're adding sugar to this one, dry ingredients going in. We've got some cocoa powder. Obviously, I've crushed up some of these delicious Coco Pops. And then just a little bit of bicarb going in there too. Mix all my dry ingredients up. Ooh, let me get a little bit more of that in there. Yep, mix the dry ingredients up, and then I move over to my wet, which is actually a little bit easier than yours. I see you had butter and milk in yours.
I have some butter.
Mine doesn't. Mine actually just has an egg. I've got some oil going in there. Probably have a little bit of chocolate, but for now, some vanilla essence. And then mix up my dry and my wet all together, and then we'll have our mixture there. So you busy on your side. Let me get to mine as well.
I'm going to add my little well and then just mix it all together.
Nice. Oh, this is literally reminding me of being a kid at like one of those, you know, we had these like entrepreneur days where you used to like solve things to try and teach you how to create a business. And we would always have these people making cakes and like, it would always sell out. You'd have a big tray of like Kellogg's would have these incredible sort of infusions of these delicate like recipes that they put together, and I was just absolutely here for it, and this is reminding me of that so much right now. How are you doing on your side?
I've got my batter ready. We've got our tin. It's been greased, so we're going to add our batter to that.
Nice.
And then, I'm trying to throw it in nicely, and then we will pop that into the oven to give it a good little bake.
Beautiful stuff. Okay, the one thing that I'm missing on my side, I think, is just some boiling water for anybody that was paying attention. But don't worry, you can just add that in as you see fit, especially if it is getting a bit too dry. But for now, though, let's just see how this mix comes together on my side. But yours is looking good.
Mine's looking good. Of course, you don't want to waste any batter. I mean, as a child, I always wished my mom did. But we want to get as much of that batter into our baking.
I feel you. I feel you. So I'm just going to add a little bit more water to mine because I haven't got my boiling water here, just to get this recipe to mix up a little bit better. And then, as you can see, Zoe and I are going to pop this into our baking dishes or our trays. Essentially, I would recommend about 15, 20 minutes at about 180 degrees. Fast forward into the future, and essentially, it's going to turn out into a beautiful cake, which is kind of like our first step almost done, yeah?
Yes, and then what we're going to do is we have got our cake that's ready made. It came out of the oven. So what we're going to do is we're going to crumb our cake into the icing sugar.
All right.
I'm going to pop gloves on because this will go everywhere. And this is where you can really have a lot of fun getting the kids involved.
Oh, yes, especially if there's gloves and you know something's about to go down. So getting involved in that. I love the fact that before I knew that gloves even existed, I would just get my hands super dirty and then it would force me to have to lick them clean all the time. It was fine though because we were family, so it didn't really matter. But if you have guests, maybe that's not the most savory thing to do.
Beautiful cake, and I have to break it.
I know, this is the fun part. I've never done this before. You ready?
Yes, so you just crumb your cake in here, and then of course we have got some hot melted chocolate on standby that we're going to quickly bring in. So Lucian, if you don't mind bringing our beautiful chocolate so that we can...
Oh, why, thank you, kind sir.
Thank you. So we can coat our cake pops.
Chocolate's my side, yes?
Yeah, I want to go for white. White chocolate.
Nice, all right. I'm going to break mine up as well. So that's how you do it, eh?
You just break it up and then obviously mix it in with the icing sugar, get that ratio ready. Obviously, you want it to actually still taste like cake and not too much icing sugar, although I would choose the reverse. You just take your ball, and now we need to
okay, I see it's coming together.
Into
nice.
Circle.
Nice.
I say circle, a ball.
A ball, yeah.
Ball.
This is so weird just because we've like put all this effort into making a cake and now we're like deconstructing the cake, undoing all that hard work, but it looks like it's coming together quite nicely. I'm getting involved.
Very nicely. Okay, I've got too much icing, so I need more crummies.
All right. I actually almost put the whole cake into my icing. I didn't actually measure it out properly, but
oh,
it's
that's
working.
how you want it. That's how you want it. Look
it's coming together.
So I've got my cake ball here, and then we are changing things up. I mean, the usual cake sticks would be... I'm going to take this glove off. The usual... cake pop sticks would be this little plastic one, but if we want to go a little eco-friendly, so we're going to go with the wooden stick.
Nice.
Just simply add it there. A good tip is also just to put a little bit of chocolate onto your stick.
Oh, yeah? Just to get it to stick on the cake better.
And then you put it in there. Okay.
Right, my balls come together quite nicely.
I removed a glove, but then this is one ball.
Nice.
Dee-dee-dee-dee.
All right, I think I got my ball. Look at that. Tom, tom, tom. That's a big
that looks
one.
good. That looks good.
It's going to have to stay on here. So as you can see, fast forward into the future, and we've got a couple already made.
Yes, and you can pop these into the fridge to allow them to set a little bit better, because now we want to take our ready-made cake pops and dip it into our melted chocolate.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to do the chocolate side over here. Okay, I can actually take these off now because the messy part of this is done. Well, some call it messy, some call it tasty. But,
can you help me with mine as well, please?
Sure, I got you.
Thank you.
There we go.
Fantastic.
Whoops.
There we go.
How's your dough? Ooh, you got a proper one over there.
Look at our beautiful
fully
cake
covered.
pop. And then we've got some Froot Loops here, so you can either decide to, you know, just stick your Froot Loops on.
Individually, or just give that little sprinkle.
Oh, we're losing some chocolate.
Oh, my word, this looks so good.
Or you can crush more
Oh,
Froot
no,
Loops.
you almost lost it.
I've got it a bit heavy there.
Okay, let me
it's
crumble
fine.
mine over this. I'm going to go for like a full-on sprinkle. Okay, where should I go? Let me not mess here.
But this is so great. I mean, it's school holidays. Get the kids involved. What a fun breakfast treat to make.
It actually worked. Look at that. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, that looks
cool.
awesome.
Look at that. Oh, man. We did it, sir.
We did it.
Absolutely cool. This was fun. I'm trying to focus so much on all the steps that were going on. This was like a school project, but without being worried about what the marks are going to be like, apart from me just eating the project afterwards.
Fun.
This is cool. Yeah. Nice.
Go.
You're actually really good at this. Have you been practicing?
We are good. That's how easy this recipe is.
Nice job, Zo. This was really fun. Mzansi, I don't know what you thought about this one, but we've paid attention. I think we did this successfully. I think the kids will love this, and the big adults too, but you let us know what you thought about this. You can find the recipe at Expresso, and whether you prefer savoring the iconic cereals as a classic breakfast or incorporating them into delectable recipes like these cake pops over here, these cereals offer such a world of flavor and excitement, no matter which way you have them. So, to get your hands on the recipe, visit expressoshow.com. And it doesn't stop there, because in celebration of 100 years of nourishing great starts, Kellogg's are giving you the chance to win your share of 1 million rand in cash. Can you believe it? So here's how you want to enter, right? Buy any 2 of their qualifying products. Then you want to dial star 120 star 2447 hash, and then follow the prompts and enter the last 4 digits of your barcode. Simple as that. Now, South Africans, you can stand a chance of winning until the end of October. Now, your T's and C's can be found at kelloggs.co.za. And with that, I give you every reason to get involved in this competition, get involved in this delicious recipe, and celebrate. Oh, how's it taste?
Oh, this is good. I've only had the Fruit Loops. I'm eating the Fruit Loops off
I'm digging in. I'm ready for
my
this.
first pop.
This is fitting for a birthday bite.
Go.
Let's go.
Oh, thank you.
From a box full of goodness to a breakfast that keeps a nation going, here's to 100 years of nourishing great starts.